Hey, loves. Happy day. Happy day. Happy day. got my got my early voice on. Um, this video's for anybody that wants to watch it, but I'm just trying to again keep track of myself, keep track of what's going on. Um, I have a hard time writing. I've injured my arm or I would do journals. So, I'm just, I've had a few days to go over the test results. And it's been a really up and down few days. I feel a mix of gratitude for my doctor who finally did these tests. So I'm really grateful that I found someone that would do the tests for me and got answers. At the same time, I'm processing resentment with the fact that I had to pay so much. Oh, look at this is my family shirt. Relax, we're all we're all crazy. Ross family reunion. See, it's not just me. It's a whole damn family. I love them. Um I feel really resentful that I had to pay so much and got so little time. And I'm not trying to complain. That's why I started out saying I'm grateful. We can feel more than one thing at a time, it doesn't have to be either or thinking. Um and and so I feel really grateful. I but I paid $275. First, I paid $500 to just see Dr. Minkoff, and then got the testing done and all of that, and then to go back and see him, it was $275. This was on top of $4,000 worth of testing, and now he wants more money. And it took a lot for me to even get to the point where I believed I was worthy enough to manifest the money to go find this natural doctor. You know what I mean? And and then I got there and he spent 35 minutes with me. So that means he's charging $250 for half an hour of his time. So I feel conflicted because it's like, I don't know if I want to move forward with the same doctor because I'm feeling financially taken advantage of. I understand that he has a staff, and I understand that he has equipment, and I understand that he has overhead and stuff, but I don't know, maybe I just don't understand business, which is clearly possible. But it's created this kind of like, because I'm still confused. It's not like, oh, no, I completely understand now. No, I'm still confused. And this is my mistake. They handed me the packet and I didn't open it. I just sat down and I listened because I didn't want to be distracted. And then I came home and I opened the packet and I saw that he hadn't gone over everything. And that there's more to it than what he said. And my big ass knee. Perspective. Like that sexy knee. Don't look at it. Look at it. Sorry. um I'm so grateful that I was right and the lime is better. I was so grateful to see that. And my blood shows that also. So I was really grateful. I am really grateful to have the confirmation that the energy and emotional work that I do produces results. Um, I wasn't aware that I had these other things going on, so I wasn't focused on healing anything other than the Lyme. So I have proved to me that my methods work. Thank goodness. Because now I can feel comfortable about bringing stuff forward. I had to make sure that what I was being guided to do is actually working. I don't want to just tell people to do shit because someone else told me to do it. Like I learned it in school. I'm not down with that. I have to do what I'm telling other people to do, or I feel like it's irresponsible. So I'm grateful that that's, but, not but, and like my, so I'm very, oh, there's a lot. Okay, hold on. Sorry. Um, I know that everything is okay. Everything is okay. And I feel like I'm like, have you seen that GIF? There's a little dog and he's inside a house and like his house is burning down and he's like, I'm okay. Everything's fine. This is okay. I I'm I'm hearing myself and I kind of feel like that. So for me, stuff like this gets confusing and mixed up in my head because it's not just a physical thing. And I know this now, okay? It's not just a physical thing. It's an emotional, a spiritual, and a physical thing. And with the emotional and the spiritual part of the healing journey, I feel like that's where I'm a natural. That's where I flow and that's where I, shine. But figuring out this body stuff is really fucking hard because our body isn't real, but it is real. But it isn't real. None of this is real, but it's totally real. And I can understand that this is here. I can understand that the reason why I can't put my hand through this book is because I've forgotten how to manipulate my own energy. But in my truest form, I could match the vibration of these books and put my hands through them. And I understand that. But I cannot fathom this thing that I'm in this body and I have to do these certain things to take care of it when it's not even really a physical thing. And man, if you're not up on quantum physics and quantum theory, I know to you I sound absolutely insane. But I mean, I might be, but I'm not. I mean, I know I have other videos where I'm like, okay, I'm insane. Because this process of awakening is insane. It feels insane. And I'm not going to take down the videos because I want to be honest. I want to be authentic. So I have amoebas, right? I did find out that I am allergic to gluten in eggs. And I have not been. See, this is the other thing. He's telling me that I need to eat meat because I'm malnourished. And I've been crying and sobbing because I don't want to go back to eating meat. I'm alright with eating fish. I don't know why I feel so detached from fish. Maybe because I grew up fishing. I don't know. I've had pet fish. I know they have personalities. I think because I'm willing to kill a fish. Like I'm willing to go and kill a fish and I say thank you to it and I put in the work. I have the skill. That's what it is. I have the skill to experience a proper energy exchange between this animal and I. I've put in the time, I have to go and I got to get bait, which sometimes can take days to get bait depending on what fish you're trying to catch. And then you have to know how to fish. You have to be patient and sit. And I think that like our food system, like it's a soul sickness and it's manifesting itself physically with us becoming allergic to these things so we can't eat them. Do you understand? This is a spiritual thing. Okay? There are people becoming allergic to meat, to red meat. It is beautiful the way the planet balances itself out. It's kind of funny, but not for us. But if you can look at it big picture, like you're friends with the planet, it's kind of funny. So I don't have the skill to go hunt a deer. Nor am I willing to develop the skill to go hunt a deer. I come from a family of hunters and I admire the amount of work and time and dedication that it takes to go and get food for your family. Okay? But I think in our society we're detached from that energy exchange, And so now our food is making us sick. We've manifested situations in which we are poisoning our food and then eating it. This world is so weird. So, um, but other than like that, I fell off my rocker with eating preservatives and shit like that, and I've been eating gluten, and the doctor said that the gluten will throw the body, when you're allergic to it, it'll throw the body into an autoimmune response, which I think I knew that at one point, and then, totally let it go. And so I'm thinking, okay, that's why my joints are hurting so bad, because my joints hurt so bad. But this amoeba thing, okay, so that's a serious infection. That's a serious infection, and it's an intestinal parasite. Okay, but yet in his treatment plan for me, he did not give me anything for parasites for my gut. There was no talk of any anti-parasitic supplements or anything. All he prescribed really were, well, not all, but he prescribed progesterone. I'm gonna get some creams for my hormones, because my estrogen is high and my testosterone is low. I don't know how I feel about that. I don't know how I feel about messing with my hormones with creams and shit. Like, I don't know. Is there no plant that can, like, I'm gonna do research. I'm gonna find like a badass herbalist. Um, so I also have some yeast in my gut, which is because I've been having gluten and sugar, and that's why I'm craving sugar. So if you have cravings for sugar, like if you have a sweet tooth, um, you most likely have a candida overgrowth or parasites, because they will communicate. They feed off of sugar. So they're going to want you to eat, and they communicate to you in your body. Ugh, this is what gets me. I have organisms in my body that are talking to me and telling me things, telling my body to eat things that I have, like, that's what I'm having a hard time comprehending, that there are these things in my body hurting me. And I can't just get them out. And I went to this doctor to figure out how to get them out. And he didn't, I don't like the answer he gave me. It's not it. So I have to research what non-toxigenic E. coli is, because I have heavy growth and Enterococcus whatever. I got shit. I got shit in my shit profile. That's funny. Sorry. There's the parasitic amoebas, which and then there's, yeah, I already paid for the creams, so I guess I'm gonna try them. And then I got, okay, so I did this HPA with HPA with PEA add-on profile from NeuroLab. And what they do is measure the neurotransmitters in the brain. And the neurotransmitters are things like serotonin, GABA, dopamine, norepinephrine, epinephrine, glutamate, PEA, creatine, cortisol, DHEAs. Those are the adrenals, adrenal hormones. Two interesting things here. So the serotonin and the GABA are low, which makes sense because these are the neurotransmitters are responsible for sending the messages from the gut to the brain, from the gut to the heart to the what the fuck? Oh my god, that scared the shit out of me. My book fell. Oh, I can't reach it right now. So they are the transmitters of electricity. I'm trying to explain it the best I can through the body and help us regulate, and they're found serotonin, and it's in the brain, but it's made in the gut. And so if you have gut issues which I'm experiencing because of parasites and yeast and all of that. That's the other thing. He didn't give me anything to kill the yeast either. He didn't give me anything for my gut health. Well, he prescribed me some supplements, but nothing to like treat it. You know what I'm saying? But so the serotonin, so I can't remember which way it is, but GABA and serotonin work together. One helps guide the other. And he gave me some supplements, but the supplements, they're just regular shit. They're not, I don't understand how they're supposed to help me with my neurotransmitters. And then this was also interesting because I have been diagnosed as ADHD. ADHD is being spoken about as though it is a deficiency in dopamine. But I got my dopamine leveled, but my dopamine is level. I don't have a deficiency at all. I'm actually high in dopamine. I wonder if that's so because I take kratom. I don't know. But that makes, well, what is dopamine, or what is ADHD then? And what am I experiencing if it's not ADHD? Like, I hear that under the, are we back? Under the system, mental health, who I believe are trying to shut down the light. I do. I believe it. I'm aware that according to that dogma, But I am telling you, I am not. I don't understand why I've been going to doctors, companies in the mainstream conventional system, and I have for decades been going and saying that that I need help, that I've had GI panels done by other doctors from the same lab even, and hasn't come back conclusive with anything ever. But then I pay on my own independently. What does that say about our testing? Because I like rage, like I could have been better before, or but I also want to remember that this is a journey of unfolding, and I've learned, how to be a teacher, and how not like I regret it or I want it back or anything, but it just really does um it just really does make me very upset because I've been in pain for a very long time. So my cortisol is high in the morning, afternoon, and low in the evening, and I don't know what that means because he didn't explain any of this to me other than that he was gonna put me on I don't know. I think I've got it to I can afford um the cortisol can affect focus and memory. Okay, so maybe it's not ADHD, maybe it is hormones. Um, this is interesting. Chronic elevations of cortisol have been shown to recenter. Many studies have shown phosphatidylserine and increasing memory in aging adults as the omega-3 PUFA, PUFA. The omega-3 DHA has numerous studies showing powerful supportive memory. The adrenal hormone DHEA should be repleted when low, since it has been shown to be neuroprotective for the hippocampus. Balance then among the neurochemicals is important for establishment and maintenance of optimal memory. Additionally, subclinical hypothyroidism is known to present with deficits in cognitive function and memory. Both animal and human hypothyroidism is associated with memory problems and structural deficits in the hippocampus. Therefore, consider assessing thyroid hormone levels, which we did, and put me on Armour, which is a pig hormone. It's a pig hormone, and I don't know if I want to do that because I know that they're not taking care of those pigs. And then I'm eating that energy. Plus, what else is in it? But this is the thing about our adrenals. The constant stress that we're under is depleting our adrenals. And then once our adrenals are depleted, sorry, going through puberty here, it really just can throw off everything. So, and it's like, all right, so on one hand, I have this perspective, oh, oh, it's like this perspective I can take that it's like, oh, my body's sick. This body that I'm in, that is not me. It is a vehicle, very much like a car that hasn't been paid attention to. It's breaking down. And if I'm honest, it feels overwhelming because I don't know what to do to fix it. And I went to this doctor to find out what to do to fix it. And what he's giving me is a bunch of things I can't fucking afford, like chemotherapy. The chemotherapy and all the treatment that he wants me to get on top of the supplements and all of that. Oh yeah, and okay, yeah, on top of the supplements and and all of that, the treatment that he wants me to get is for a package of 12, it's 2,100 plus 1,200 plus 480. I don't know how much that is right now. So that ends up being over $1,000 a week, right? What kind of elitist bullshit is this? It's okay. I love you. We're gonna fix this. It can be hard to love and have a relationship with this thing that has caused you problems your entire life. So I'm working on repairing that relationship. Teal Swan says everything is about relationship, and she's right. It is. And so I'm working on healing my relationship with my body. I'm um I'm going to stop saying I have ADHD because it's not ADHD. If ADHD is a decrease of dopamine, then I don't have ADHD. What I do have, according to my tests, is cortisol and adrenal fatigue, which can lead to focus and memory problems, which can look like a bunch of other things. You know, this is why it's very important for you to go to your doctor, go where you're called. Healing looks different for everybody at different times. There were times where from where I was, the next step up for me was taking conventional medications. And that was what was able to bring me up a little bit so I could get a closer connection with that, you know, which is guiding me and so what is healing? Allow it to be fluid. If you feel There were times when I felt called to come off of my medications, and everybody would say how bad it was because it was going to turn out horrible, and then it would turn out horrible. But I often wonder what it would have looked like if I went off of my medications and had the support. But going on and off of the medications, that's part of the healing journey. So, I just don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do because I don't know how to generate money. I don't know how to generate money to pay for this when I don't agree with the structure of money. It's hard to manifest. See, so it's all a mind fuck. It's all a mind fuck. Because now it's like, oh great, I paid all this money to, and I'm not saying money is bad. I'm just saying it doesn't have any real value. And it really doesn't have any value for us right now, like in a spiritual level and on a physical level in this life. Our money holds no value right now. And here we are fucking slaving away, giving it to people who already make hundreds of thousands of dollars. Why are we doing this? Why is it like this? Why is it like that? Does that make any sense? You, one person listening right now, I don't know who you are. You join me often. Does any of this make sense? I know that some of you can't comment because you have to have an account in order to comment, and you're not willing to set up accounts, and I respect that. But what the fuck? So I paid all this money to see this doctor, and I'm still just as confused as I was before. Now that's not true. I have clarity. The Lyme isn't the issue. I'm grateful for that. I know what to look at. But then the question comes up, am I supposed to look at it? Really? Because the way I healed the Lyme was by not focusing on the Lyme per se. It was focused on healing the vibrations and the emotional traumas that the presence of Lyme was communicating. So that was things like boundaries, because when we have viruses, viruses are invasions of the cellular wall. Parasites are also. So apparently I'm still working on boundaries, and I am definitely still working on boundaries. Oh, I called someone out and then they left. I'm sorry, imaginary person that didn't want to be known. I'm just trying to sort this out. And I'm scared. And it feels really overwhelming. And I feel like I know what to do for all the emotional and energetic stuff, and I just don't. But the body is nothing more than energy, right? So that means that this is still just about manipulating energy. I wonder what the book says. Let's bring out the book. I wonder what the book says about parasites. Haven't brought the book out in a while. All right. I wonder if it even has amoebas. LMN. Oh my god, it does. It has what I have. It's amoebiasis is what it's called. Ooh, we're about to learn some shit. I'm about to learn some shit. This is going to be exciting. I'm excited right now. What the fuck do I have to do to get these amoebas out of my experience? Oh, see, digestive problems and parasites. Why do you even have it listed in the fucking table of contents then? Okay. Parasites. We'll go with parasites. Because I haven't read them. LMNOP. You down with OPP? Yeah, you know me. You down with OPP? Yeah, you know me. Who's down with OPP? It belongs for me. Okay. PA. Oh, there's poisoning too. I have to look up poisoning because of the fucking glyphosate poisoning and the other poisonings. Ugh. And the other fucking poisonings. What the fuck is happening in our world today? Sorry. It makes me so fucking angry. So, LM. Parasites. Alright. Parasites in a person's body relates to people or circumstances that may be parasitic and taxing on their time and energy. Influential people only expressed love when you followed their strict instructions. You are a people pleaser, causing you to exercise poor boundaries. This is strongly linked to your lack of worthiness. You often felt you had to work and sacrifice your happiness in order to be validated and loved. People often think that parasites, bacteria, and viruses are evil or bad. They are actually just a part of nature. The bacteria, parasites, or viruses are doing what they are programmed to do. Your mother may have been in a polluted environment and consuming a bad diet. This early start point where boundaries This is an early start point where boundaries could not be expressed. So when we were in the womb, and okay, so my mom was drinking alcohol and smoking cigarettes and, not eating well. And we can't express that we're not okay with that at that point. So you felt controlled by the decisions and lifestyle choices of others. You may feel that you are not allowed to say no or stand up for yourself. You often land yourself in circumstances where others are in control. This may make you feel useless, unable to do things on your own and make decisions. You are often a follower instead of a leader. I don't resonate with that. Well, I guess I'm following people. That's how, aren't we all followers of some sort? I mean, if you aren't following a good teacher, I would be concerned. I'm hooked on a feeling. As influential people gave you no option to lead at any point in time. You often fear being in a leadership role. I do. As you do not have discernment over where your responsibilities start and stop. that part is definitely true. You end up taking on more than you should. You've seen firsthand how needs and burdens can overwhelm people. You feel that others only seek you out when they need you. There's like this little bug just floating right in front of me, and I swear to you, it looks like a fucking fairy. I mean, it looks like a bug, but like, it's the cutest little thing, and it's just floating right around in front, and you can't see it. Oh, you can see it. Look, look, you can see it. See? It's the cutest. It's like fuzzy almost. Well, what are you doing, little thing? Sit down in my hand. I won't squish you. You're seeing this thing just like chill out right here, right? Bye. It's still chilling right here. All right. Anyway, thanks for visiting, little fairy. um, you feel that others only seek you out when they need you. You often feel guilty for expressing a boundary to someone that is demanding your time and energy. You allow others to take advantage of you because it makes you feel important and valued when you're needed. There have been clients who reported that they feel immense loneliness and emptiness or a void within. Parasites that are present at an early age in their body were unconsciously almost accepted as company. This is not the case for everyone. However, this possibility should not be ruled out. The physical body itself has its own consciousness that is not always knowingly detectable by the head mind. It's so funny how I keep trying to dismiss the spiritual telepathic communication that I'm having with this collective named Sophia. That's what they call themselves, is Sophia. And I keep looking for excuses for it to be like mental illness. But every time I do that, I get some sort of confirmation that that's not what it is, and bringing these messages through, is helping people, and not a parasitic infection. But it's interesting how to observe how steeped in indoctrination and illusion we're in, where we would rather, like, our the initial thought is, I'd rather have a parasitic infection, or not rather, but it seems more plausible to have parasites talking, and not uh, extra dimensionals or cosmic beings or angels, or whatever. But I've had so much confirmation about this telepathic communication that I can't deny it anymore. Like, I can't deny it. There's other people around me who are like, no, Jessica, this is real. The stuff you're bringing through, people need to hear. And I'm just like, this is so fucking weird, though. It's easier to fall into, oh, I have multiple personalities, or oh, I have schizophrenia. And technically, I guess, I would, but I'm gonna keep listening because it makes me feel better, and it makes other people, when I tell people what's coming through, it makes them feel better and makes sense to their life and stuff. So I'm gonna keep doing it, but this is a really wild ride. And what I'm learning in regarding to the telepathic communication, which I'll end up talking about in a video by itself, but right now I'm still processing that. There's a lot of processing going on over here. So what I'm realizing is that there's me, there's me and my thoughts, and I'm Jessica, and this is my earthly experience. I have, my family and whatever. And then there is the collective. And in the past, I've had negative energies attached to me. I had to go through some spiritual cleansings because before I knew how to ground my energy, before I knew anything, all I knew is I could speak to spirit. I was going in and cleaning out people's houses because they had negative energy, and I ended up getting something stuck on me, and it really did a number. And then I went through some spiritual cleansing. I did a curse removal, and then I had an energy healing at the same time with my theta teacher, and this energy broke, and I've been fine since then. But it's been interesting to come to accepting that I'm having an experience with communication and connection. And I really try to deny it. Like, I've been trying to just, like, it's like I wanted it and I've been pursuing it. And now that I'm getting it, it's, exhilarating and also scary sometimes, confusing, because the world wants to tell you it's something different. The world wants to shut it down. And when we shut that down, when people are getting communication and it's shut down, it makes us sick physically and then mentally. I'm trying to understand why we've created such a world where there is poison everywhere and toxins everywhere, and we're creating mass genocide. And I what I hear is that it is a reflection of our inner separation, our inner fragmentation, our denial, of parts of ourselves, our denial of our experiences in this life and what they've done to us. This is what I do every morning. I just sit here and think. So I don't know what I'm going to do about all of this. I'm going to work on this. Key points. Did your body make a positive association with parasites at an early age? That is very quite possible. Were there parasites present during fetal stages? That's also possible. Did your mother have problems with parasites such as candida and intestinal worms while she was pregnant? I don't know. Experiencing poor boundaries, yep. Explore a time when you as a baby were separated from your mother. See, all of this goes back to the illusion of separation. All of this goes back to the illusion of separation, because only when you're under the illusion that you have been separate do you believe falsely that you have boundaries. And the more you try to enforce the boundaries, the more you create the illusion of invasion. Does that make sense? This world is so topsy-turvy and we're given mixed messages. So it's like and they use our revolution against us. I believe that was a quote by Roosevelt. We will use their revolution against them. So we want to be thinking through the lines and not taking even the healing community at face value. You got to look deeper into everything, you know? Love is boundaries, though. I feel loved when I have a boundary and I have it respected. What is love? Baby, don't hurt me. Don't hurt me no more. Fear of success and moving forward. Yep, my knee is acting up also, which is a fear of success and moving forward. That makes sense because I'm stepping into the leader role and I am terrified of moving forward and I am terrified of success. And I'm working on all of these programs and indoctrinations. By whom do you feel verbally and physically attacked during childhood? Did you feel invaded after birth when medical staff handled you? Yes, I absolutely did. I know that for a fucking fact because my mom was knocked out. They had knocked her the fuck out. She was in twilight. And so they just ripped me out. I wish I could punch those doctors with my little baby hands. That's how I feel about it. Can you imagine that? Baby coming out. Wow. Little baby. This condition is also brought on by a low immune system. Explore the zygote stages. Did the zygote feel under attack by the mother's body? By whom do you feel under attack in your life? Who the fuck isn't feeling under attack right now? Are you not awake? Are you not paying attention? Explore fertilization. No, but we're not being attacked. It is us attacking ourselves. It is a mirror of the inner chaos reflected outwardly so we can see it, so we can transmute it, so we can move past it. I gotta keep the veil is thick. Explore fertilization. Did the egg feel under attack and invaded by masses of sperm approaching it? Hold the fucking bus. Is that really possible? Because that would make sense. Why then that feeling would be carried on through my life? Because I feel, wow. I gotta highlight that real quick. We're talking about parasites and going over in the book the emotional, ancestral, all of the vibrational reasons why people get parasites. And this really just said, did the egg feel under attack and invaded by masses of sperm approaching it? And I'm telling you, that fucking resonates so fucking much. So what I'll do with that, here's how this works. So because I've worked on all of this other stuff. I've read this parasite thing. I can't tell you how many times. I read it to clients. I don't ever remember reading that. So that tells me it's time to work on that. So trust your intuition when you're going on this healing path. If something jumps out at you, focus on it. So now I'll go through my theta meditation to get myself up to the theta plane, and I'll command that these healings be done, and I'll listen and I'll go with the flow of whatever I'm being called. But that, yeah, can you take yourself back? And this is not a gender thing. This isn't because I'm a woman. If you feel attacked and you're experiencing issues with parasites, I know this sounds crazy. Okay? Just go with it. Stop trying to figure it out. Just go with it. Close your eyes and imagine being this little egg and having all these sperm rushing at you. What the fuck? Yeah, that doesn't feel good. That feels like anxiety. What if that's our first experience with anxiety? When you were a newborn, how did you feel when you were being washed and handled by the maternity staff? You're looking for emotions related to feeling overwhelmed. Personal space is violated and invaded. These are all moments when a person starts to experience boundaries, what they like and don't like being touched. Wow. Relax. We're all crazy, Gabby. Trauma related to a stressful relationship with your mother. Explore how the relationship with her made you feel. Why was she hostile? Did she project stress that was related to her marital problems with her partner onto you? Explore further possibilities. So, just like I did with the Lyme, to get the Lyme to go away, I will now dedicate myself to working on all of these things that are brought up. Working on looking at making a positive association with parasites at an early age. Again, that's something that I've read this over and over and over again, and that never stuck out at me. So I'm wondering what's coming up. What's coming up right now? What's coming forward is this thought philosophy that, if we're born with parasites and they communicate, okay, and they they have their own program. And so if at an early age we have these parasites, what if that's what becomes our imaginary friends? That's funny. That's a funny thought, huh? Well, this is what I'm going to work on. And I don't know what to do about Dr. Minkoff. I don't know what to do about like the real physical. I don't know how to do this. I don't know how to navigate this physical thing. I don't. I really don't. I really don't know how. I really don't know how. So, anyway, that's me processing today all of this shit. I guess I'm gonna start a GoFundMe. Because I deserve to be well. I want to be well. I want to take care of my body as well as my spirit and mind and emotions. That's my story today. I'm going to make a real video later, because this really is just me. It's just my journal. Thanks for being with me. But today we're going to go over different perspectives on anxiety, what it is, and how we're going to feel when we choose these different perspectives. And then we're going to talk about what we can do to find relief from anxiety. So I hope that you'll join me later. But I'm going to have my coffee now and, do my thing. And I love you. And thank you for being here on this journey with me. It is up and down and all over the place and confusing. And I'm glad I'm not here doing it alone. So thank you. And I love you. And I'll talk to you later.